and welcome to this week's episode of Honestly Smartless. I'm Chelsea Toronto.
And I'm Dr. Lindsay.
And welcome.
Each week, we are just two dumb girls being brutally honest, occasionally smart, and always hilarious. Trying on taglines, okay? let me live.
We're trying a new tagline. What do you folks, let us know what you think.
Yeah, let us know what you think. Okay, well, let's start off with some cuddly critters.
Oh, indeed.
Some good news for the day. So Diego the turtle has been a busy boy. Diego, a 115-year-old giant Galapagos tortoise with an exceptional libido, is credited with saving his species. He fathered 900 plus tortoise babies before his retirement.
Wow.
That's one scenario where older is just fine.
Yeah.
He doesn't need Viagra.
No, he doesn't. He can keep it up. So, folks, every week I submit probably close to 10 to 20 cute, cuddly critters for consideration to Lindsay. And rarely do they make the cut, but I think this week did.
Yeah, this week you made the cut.
That's fantastic. Super pumped.
Good job.
Thank you.
Let's get into some dumb financial decisions that we're making this week.
Yeah.
And we'll tell you how to spend your money in the worst way possible.
So what'd you buy?
Well, what did I buy? Oh, the kitchen table set. That's in the shopping cart.
Oh, you did. It's in the cart.
It's in the cart. I know.
Okay. Well, don't get me excited.
Okay. Honestly, I am kind of tapped out from buying Justin Timberlake tickets last week. So I need another week before I get paid to make a purchase off of Amazon for more scuba knockoff Lululemon hoodies.
Because that's how you should spend your money.
I know. Well, when you wear sweatpants to work every day,
no, I agree.
You kind of need new stuff.
I was actually just thinking, I was like, oh, next month she gets to buy new sneaks. It's bad. You have a bad shopping addiction when you're spending somebody else's money.
Yeah, Chelsea's like, no, you don't want this kitchen table. You want this kitchen table. And I'm like, you just tell me what you want and then I will buy it.
Which is usually not how it goes.
No.
Usually you're telling me how to spend my money.
I know. But I'm taking into consideration that you'll be sitting at the kitchen table more than anybody else.
I think your husband's going to join me.
Yes. Us two together, me and my husband, we will never sit at the kitchen table.
Unless you might puzzle there.
Yeah, we might puzzle there. We won't eat there.
Okay, that's fine. But you can use it for other things.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, what kind of money did you blow this week?
Oh, my God. I blacked out yesterday at Marshall's because I was like, I can't get my life in order and get my room organized until I buy some dumb shit, which included like makeup caddies, which is very useful.
It really is useful. I think that if you don't have a good storage situation for your makeup and products, you don't know where they live. You don't know what to use.
There's no way to organize it if you don't have an implemented organizational system. And then I took it a step further and I needed Valentine's Day things.
Because suddenly you're into decorating for holidays.
Let's see. I got like a Be Mine little like pillow.
Really cute little bed throw pillow.
No, like a comfy little like, it's not hearts, but it's pink bows. And I was like, that counts.
It kind of looks like a baby blanket.
Yeah, but it's like chenille or some shit. And then I bought Lindsay a thing, and then I bought Ken a thing. And then, and I bought myself a thing that I'm saving to show you.
Ooh, okay.
What do you think of these?
New glasses.
New glasses.
How many pairs of glasses do you think you buy per year?
Per year?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like you at least buy a new pair every month.
That's not true. Maybe.
Cute. They look like all other glasses that you own.
I gasped when I saw these because they're different.
They're pretty much the same as everything else.
Okay, the frame shape,
an extra frame.
The frame shape is the same. It's a clear. Okay, the arms are tortoise. The face is clear, but inside there's a slight, what is this? A trim of tortoise on the inside. So it is very...
It's only a trim of tortoise on the front instead of full tortoise on the front.
I'm so excited I got that.
Tortoises are having a moment today.
Indeed. Okay.
Oh, let me tell you some other financial news in my life. I decided that I'm going to try to track all my spending to see where the fuck does it all go.
Indeed.
So I downloaded this app. It's called Albert. And you put in your budget for everything. It tells you if you're over or under. There's also some feature on there that I had no clue was turned on. It's an auto savings account. So I was looking at my checking account and I was like, why is there like $100 just being withdrawn to some random account? Like, where is this money going? So I go on the Albert app and it was like, oh, this is your rainy day fund that we created for you. I'm like, I didn't ask you to make me rainy day fund.
That seems aggressive.
It is. And they just take out money from my checking account every day and put it in a savings account.
Whoa.
Willy nilly. And it's like $75, $100, $5, $10, $25.
Oh, that's dangerous.
I know. And
so then it's another checking account.
Well, it's another savings account because I don't know how to get the money out of the account.
Oh, Jesus. Can you filter how much? Like a maximum amount?
Probably. I didn't even know that this was a feature that I owned.
I'm not using that.
Yeah. So there's money in an account that is for a rainy day when I figure out how to get it out of the savings account.
Unfortunately, in Colorado, we don't get a lot of rainy days. Or fortunately, you could do my method. I'm going to get a brand new debit card.
Oh, yeah.
Shut that shit down. And then I will allow whomever back in if deemed necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Because I, too, am having things and I'm like, there's not even a name associated with that debit.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, well, what's it for? And then like PayPal. And I went to my subscriptions. I'm like, yeah, okay. Because I hate those memes on Instagram. I'll pay you $500 if you know exactly how many subscriptions you have. And I was like, I would lose
$600.
$600. So yeah, we're actually doing the same thing, just different ways.
Yes. Well, get on canceling that debit card. I just had to get a new debit card. So that
new one, or just the same one with a new expiration?
Oh no, every time I get a new debit card, it's a brand new card number.
Oh, that's a drag.
It's such a drag.
I was doing before I got it, I'm actually going into all my accounts trying to figure out which email is linked to it and potentially the password.
Okay, this is what you're gonna do. New email address coming to you. Chelsea Toronto, use this email at gmail.com.
Use this one.
Yeah. And then password. Use this email.
Take 2.
No numbers or anything. Just use this email.
But don't you always need?
Oh, I guess maybe, yeah, you need a number.
And an asterisk or some bullshit.
Yeah.
Why do they make it so hard?
Use this one, 2025.
Take 2025.
Honestly, you should get a new email every year. Chelsea Toronto, use this email 2025 at gmail.com.
I will
use this password 2025 exclamation point.
I think it's a great idea. And then send you everything.
Oh my God, I know.
I don't know how else to live.
I didn't know I was a secretary for your passwords.
No, for my life. We're like life manager.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, speaking about weather a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Do you think Apple is really fucking with us? I swear to God, the weather app.
I don't look at it.
Oh, it's so wrong. I went outside the other day, 8 a.m. 40 degrees is what it claims. The wind was whipping my face. My mouth was frozen. My legs were frozen. It felt like it was 20 degrees.
Yeah.
Freezing.
They don't account for wind.
Well, then I go back outside 4 hours later. It says 50 degrees out. And I go outside. I am roasting.
Welcome to Colorado in the winter.
Like, it is 75 degrees out here. I'm sweating in my winter jacket, just walking to my car. They're not right. I don't know what to do with the weather.
Just get the weather channel.
Another app to download.
I'm sorry, but it's accurate.
Okay, fine.
I know. Sorry about that.
But I did take us to TikTok, and one person said, yeah, I knew some Apple developers, and sometimes they did just like to fuck with people.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I know.
Fuckers. They seem like they're fucking with us.
Yeah, they do. So also for 2025, we're brand new people learning pickleball and upping our pickleball game.
Well, Lindsay was always learning it.
Yeah.
I'm just like reinvesting my efforts into it.
How'd your first lesson go?
I thought I was better than I thought I was, and I was like, nope, this is exactly where I belong. Fundamentals and just reps.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. I look forward to doing it again this Sunday, and I hope I get better. I feel like I'm not practicing enough to reinforce the skills and drills that we did on Sunday, but one step at a time. It's only February, and I am pretty competitive. So, but I feel like I'm getting a head start, so I'll be ready come like April, May.
Yeah.
When we're in full swing.
We got to practice. I know. People think that I'm intense about pickleball, but no. You gotta see Chelsea on the court. Because when I rolled up the pickleball last weekend, I rolled it in hot and I'm approaching everyone. I'm like, all right, you guys, let's get going. What's your duper score? Are we putting our scores in at the end? What's your rating? What would you say? Like 3.3, 3.5, like above, like intermediate? And they're looking at me like I am psychotic. They're looking at me like I have 3 heads. They're so confused. So then Ted and Leslie, my new friends at pickleball, Ted's explained to Leslie, duper is your rating. She's like, oh, how would I know? I'm like, well, you would like play matches, or like a pro would tell you, or there's a lot of ways to know. And they're like, no, like, should we keep track of it? I'm like, no, let's
Not
just
you.
not you. Let's just not do that. And they said, yeah, usually we just do our rankings by gold, silver, and bronze.
It's not enough for Lindsay.
And I was like, oh, what does that mean? And they're like, yeah, some people in this league are so competitive. I'm like, well, can we be like competitive and friendly? And they're like, mm-hmm.
I'm competitive with myself.
Yeah.
And you.
And me.
Because I know you're competitive.
But your intensity outweighs my intensity by a long shot.
No.
Yeah.
It does not.
I think when we're playing, I just don't really show emotion.
Well, of course I show emotion. Of course I can't not show emotion. It's annoying. Sorry, my hair is jacked. My face is swollen and round today. My dog's got me up at 3 a.m, so I'm like fine mentally, but my body is okay. Sorry.
Should ice rolled.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's not too late, is it?
Well, now it is, but for later today you can ice roll.
I forgot. Damn. Anyway.
Yeah. But anyways, watch out for us on the court. I will be the one actually cheering you on from the other side, and Chelsea's gonna be like, motherfucker. Fuck off.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Then I'm scared.
I know. I'm trying to not swear.
Yeah, you know they can actually call that on the court.
I'm aware.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. We're gonna get our skills up to par by April.
Again, by practicing, I'm also practicing like outbursts control.
That is a
psychoticness. Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
You know what word I've been seeing a lot? Cunt.
Oh yeah. What
is up with
not
that?
loving that?
I don't love that.
The Zers are like, oh, we're taking it back and we're reinventing it. Well, the world is not on the same page with you. And then what? Tell me what they.
It's in the context of, okay, instead of saying that back in the day, that's like so lit, be like, that's so cunt.
She's such a cunt is kind of how they said it.
But
it was an adjective, and it always was the most negative lady.
Oh, yes. I'm talking right now.
Oh. First, yeah, if you don't already know, historically, it's always like, she's such a cunt. She's a, and it was like the N-word for lady. Yeah. You meant it in the most disrespectful possible. It was the N-word for ladies.
Yeah.
And it was so bad, you'd be like, see you next Tuesday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I always have not enjoyed that word.
Yeah, no, it was really harsh to hear.
It's so harsh. It hurts my ears. And now people are saying, oh my God, she's giving cunt.
I'm not okay with it.
No.
I feel like I'm going to push back and be like, you know what? That word is pretty triggering for me. Could you maybe not use it? Because no one's asking like, hey, time out. Any other generations or group of people? Does this seem offensive? Yes, it is. What are you going to do? Take the N-word back too?
Right?
No, you can't repackage things. We've got generations of us like, ooh, and you're not just going to make it cute now.
No.
You're not packaging it with rose gold and bows. Like, get out of here. I'm going to put a foot down and say, no, you can't have the word cunt.
It's just like the word bitch. How it used to be like, she's such a bitch. And people still say it in a mean way. But then it became the friendly way. Like, what up, bitch?
You guys don't get to change literally everything.
But cunt is so offensive.
It's not great.
No.
It's worse than that.
Mhm.
It's so bad. Stop trying to make it look cute.
No. Not everything needs a makeover.
Yeah, not everything needs a redo.
Mhm.
Okay, what else you got?
Well, what else have you been doing?
Oh my God. So I accidentally went on a date with my roommate.
How does this happen on accident?
Well, I said, hey, I was bored. And I knew he just got paid. And I was like, do you want to maybe take me out to dinner? And he was like, well, I have a thing, but if you want to meet me afterwards. And I was like, yeah, totally. Now, in my mind, I'm envisioning like a Mexican restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
Poppies, like a casual, like, what's that? How would you describe Poppies? Like a tavern,
A tavern.
like a booth.
Casual tavern.
Right. Dark.
Right.
Anyway, no, because he was like, I'm in Bellevue Station. Okay. And he's like, meet me at this restaurant. Did you know the name of it? Are you familiar with that?
No, what is it called?
I don't know. I texted it to you. It's like Albee something, and it's in the same as A-Line. It's like on the other side of A-Line.
Ambly.
Yeah. Have you been there?
No.
It is fancy as fuck.
Really?
Oh my God. It was like Eddie V slash like Shanahan's.
Oh.
The like, yeah, it was really fancy. And I was like, this is so of course I got enlightened in my car because it's still a weekend. I was like, this is gonna be more enjoyable if I am. And I was like, fuck, it's my weekend. Why wouldn't I?
Why not? Have a good time.
Uh-huh. Well, I walked in, I was like, oh my God. I was like the bar's like backlit and it's blue and it's dark in there. And I have to tell you, the menu, he was going on and on about the food. And I was like, it's nothing but fried foods.
Oh.
And I was like, there isn't like a real salad on the menu.
Oh,
It
interesting.
was like a chop, like cabbage chop or beet salad. I was actually looking for a green leaf. Didn't have it. Everything was fried. Anyway, or at least all the stuff he ordered. So he doesn't know me anymore.
Right.
He doesn't know the way in which I talk, in the sense that when I get enlightened, I'm very inquisitive. You might be under the impression that I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not.
You might be under the impression that she's really interested and oh my God,
But
everything you do is amazing.
I was. So I know you're gonna say I know, but I didn't know. At least in that moment, I didn't know. We were talking about Eddie V's, which is his home court like steakhouse. Ugh. He's like, it's just like Elway's was. Like
Okay.
50-year-olds trolling around a bar that has like a live piano player, and they're just like booth hopping.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't know it. I think I was I don't know what I was under the impression, but I was like, ah. He's like, what do you mean you don't know? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, stop playing dumb. I'm like, I promise you I'm not playing dumb. I just wasn't aware that where you go. And, so he's like, yeah, I can call up and I can get a table and somebody can call me and get a table. I was like, I love that, how much that means to you and how much value that you have in that. Because in the old days, I would care. And then I was like, could you imagine if I was there and like we bumped into each other?
Oh.
I was like, how awful would that be? He was like, why would that be awful? And I was like, I just feel like I'd be busting up your spot.
Yeah.
And he's like, Chelsea, it's not that bad. I'm like, ew, I don't want to see you. It was hilarious. And then he was like, I actually had a dream about us the other night. And I was like, I'm listening. And he said I was on an ATV. I was rolling up to him and be like, okay.
Okay.
So he's like, Chelsea, it wouldn't be that bad. And I was like, I think it would be. Okay. So my roommate has this dream about me. And he's like, yeah, you were rolling up on an ATV. And I said, oh, I just got my pilot's license. He was like, no shit. Really? I was like, yeah, hop on my ATV and I'll show you. And then we got derailed and like drove off into a ditch.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
If he's too much in your life, you get derailed and you go off the deep end and all your hopes and dreams are shattered.
Well, the initial part was he's really impressed by me
Oh,
and that there's nothing I can't accomplish. And then me circling back to take him along on my positive adventures.
right.
And then together we get derailed. Yeah, that's what I took it as. Uh-huh.
Oh, so we gotta, but he is an angel investor in Honestly Smartless, so he is coming along for the ride.
Yeah, we'd also like to invite any of our diehard fans and listeners. We need a new camera so you can see us even better. So if you would,
if you could use the link in the show notes that says support the show, just click on that and give a donation.
Any denomination.
Any denomination, we'll take it.
As little as $5 up to $500. The camera itself is like $6, so we could really use some new equipment because we're trying to take our shit to the next level.
So we need a new camera so then we can get hired at Barstool.
That's
and
right.
That will elevate everything again to the next level.
Could you imagine if you're Honestly Smartless Two Dumb Girls made it to the big time?
Yeah, I can.
Well, for our listeners, to be like, I remember you when you were little and something else before.
You can be one of the OGs that was saying, remember when it was so fired?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Remember when they only did one episode a week? Remember when they tried to give you life lessons and then they realized they couldn't?
Remember we thought we were so like insightful?
Yeah.
Now we're thriving. We're just like, we don't know shit.
So you can say, remember when, and you can be here for all the evolutions, the different backgrounds.
Oh, yeah.
Different branding.
Yeah.
So yeah, be a part of this journey.
By donating your hard-earned money. I could stop spending money on stupid shit.
I could have not gotten Botox the other day, but
I could have not bought that stupid throw pillow.
That's not going to make a dent.
It was $7. I actually sent you a video from the bathroom like, yo, I am on a date. Because I kept saying like, this shit is fancy.
I can hear you now just repeating that.
I was like, oh my God, this is fancy. He's like, all right. And I was like, I don't usually go out to places like this anymore.
Right. But I mean, he wouldn't go anywhere else. Everywhere he goes is kind of fancy.
Oh, no, I know. But
fancy.
But when we're together, he kind of mails it in.
Oh, okay.
But I got dressed up like I was going on a date. And he's like, oh, Valentine. I was like, I was actually thinking this could be our Valentine's Day celebration.
Cute.
No, he brought it up and I was like, this could work. This is a perfect thing.
Yeah, I guess I just wouldn't count on him to follow through with a Valentine's Day plan.
That's why I was like, this is that. Ew, I don't want him to do that. Don't. It's just, I think he really likes me.
Yeah, he likes to see the evolution of you and who you are.
No, but
now.
I think he likes me. Because when I told him, ew, I wouldn't sleep in the same bed with you. And he's like, that was such a hard no. I was like,
you're like, why would I start now?
I'm like, oh, sick. But yeah, he just didn't get my personality. And I felt like I was defending myself. And he's like, you just seem insincere. I was like, no, I'm not. If anything, by asking a ton of questions, it's the biggest compliment I can give you.
Right. Interesting.
Anyway,
yeah,
there's that.
Anyways, what else are our friends up to?
Oh,
Lena
or Adventures of a Viking King.
Yeah.
Okay, so our friend Lena and her ongoing. So we've got those friends that we lost to dumb boyfriends, but recent developments. First, our friend with the pilot.
Yes. She's coming to her senses and she knows it's not great. So every week I ask her, okay, is this the week we're breaking up with him?
That's great.
Is this the week? Come on, let me know. So we're getting closer because it's the same fight every single week.
What is the same fight?
When they see each other on the weekends, it's great. It's amazing. It's happy. And then during the week, he's not paying attention to her. He's not even listening to a conversation that they have on the phone. He has to repeat what? He doesn't ask her about her day, how she's doing. It's extremely one-sided, and she's feeling very underappreciated.
Well, so you just got back into a bad marriage.
And then she realized, oh my God, I forgot I'm not married. I don't have to stay with this person. But
That's hopeful, optimistic.
yeah, her thing is that she's afraid of hurting the other person. And I said, doesn't it suck more to hurt yourself than this person? Let's not drag it out. So I'm encouraging. You can do it. I believe in you.
Yeah,
The free flights are not worth it.
No, and being alone is not that bad.
It's not that bad. She could be swept up in 2 seconds.
Which she needs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. At least you can be swept up.
Yeah, you can be swept up. And I think that this is a very good learning experience for her of using communication and knowing what she wants and what she doesn't want.
She hasn't really used those things just yet, but when she does, we're going to throw her a party.
Exactly.
Okay. So my friend that I thought I lost to a shitty guy, there's hope. I reached out to her. I don't remember why. 2 days ago. I don't know what I asked her. Anyway, so she circled back. She said, hey, do you want to go to yoga together? And I said, I sure do. I don't want to lose that relationship, even though she moved up to the mountains. You know, let me refresh your memory. He's living in a yurt, a tent. And if they want to be intimate, they have to go in his truck because his children live in the yurt. He's finalizing his divorce. And she told me that as a result of the divorce, the ex-wife has to rehome this dog. Do you know what dog that is?
No. What dog does she have?
I sent you a picture of it, and I said,
oh, it's a little French bulldog.
No, it's not. It's like a Miramoi.
Oh, I was looking at a Frenchie.
That is not a Frenchie. That's like a Miramoi.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I guess, yeah, a Miramoi. Sure. I don't know what that is. It looks like a big Frenchie, I should say.
Can you look at Miramoi? Okay, so
it's a stocky, probably 50 or 60 pound dog.
It's used for military things. It's super aggressive and extremely protective of their one owner. Here, will you look it up? So she's not a dog person. She hates dogs.
Oh.
Hates them. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. Why'd you let me bring my 2 little dogs over? Somehow they was a loophole. Try. Anyway, so she's got this dog, and you make one wrong move, this dog is gonna come after you because it's very protective of his daughters. Ugh. She's got cats. Now, mind you, she's the only one with a traditional home in this relationship with 4 walls and a roof. So they're spending a lot of time at her house. And she put her foot down and she said, absolutely not.
Good for her.
I am so thrilled. And he's like, no, it's only for a week. Well, a week's turned into a week and a half. And he keeps thinking that he's going to wear her down. And she'll just get over it. She is finally fed up. And like, this was her hard line in the sand. She's like, I'm not going to be in your cabin, which is like not very big. I don't know. And she's like, with his slobber and up in our shit. She's like, I can't even trust the dog around my cats. And he keeps bringing the dog around. And she's like, I fucking said no. So the way she was like, I just can't take it. She's like, well, June's going to be here before you know it. Meaning her lease will be up.
No.
And that's what she said. And so I was like, it sounds like you're going to have to do the rehousing paperwork. She's like, I am, but I need the dog's details.
What's the rehousing paperwork?
Like, how old and what, whatever details you have to give.
Oh, okay, to get it rehomed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's annoyed and he just won't. And then he's now growing a beard, but not like an attractive, like facial hair, but just letting himself go.
Yuck.
So he's getting, and she's like, and now he just like looks like an old guy.
Oh.
And I was like, awesome.
It's finally setting in.
The
Then.
veil has been removed, and
Mhm.
she's like, she's like, I like clean shaven. She's inclined to do military. She's not down with like like manly.
Right.
And the way in which she was like, I've given up so much and I acquiesce all the time. She's like, no, on this one. I was like, yes. But then she texts me and I was like, oh, you got to be mindful when you're back in the fold and hearing the details, you're going to get the details play by play. And I'm here for it. She's like, when I got home that same day, he had taken her vibrator.
What? And holding it hostage?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Right. I mean, we knew this guy wasn't like.
That's a whole nother form of psychological warfare.
Because she said, I'm not letting you come over with that dog. I'm sure she said it in a nice, much. I still don't feel comfortable in the presence of that dog. I am legitimately fearful for my life.
Mhm.
Please respect my wishes. So she's going out of town. Normally you'd have like going out of town sex the night before.
Right.
She's like, well, why don't you drop the kids off and let the dog sit in the car and then we can knock boots before I leave. And he took it upon himself yesterday to take her vibrator. So now she's gassed. Like she calls me and she's like, you're not going to believe this. And she's like, he took my vibrator. And she's like, well, maybe I said, no, don't gaslight yourself.
No.
You're not putting it anywhere else. If it's not in the drawer, it's in the bed sheets.
Exactly.
That's it. It's nowhere else. So I have yet to hear a follow-up.
Wow.
Oh, but however, despite the good choices she's making bad choices.
Tell me.
Remember she had a shitty ex-boyfriend before this guy?
Yes.
She was so drunk and hooked up with, like, she made out with a guy.
Ooh.
Just a little smoocheroo.
Okay.
She was too drunk to drive back up to the mountains, so she stayed with her ex. I said, does your daughter know? She said, absolutely not.
What is worse? Staying over at her ex's house,
Who was like 10 years horrible.
or
What, getting a DUI?
Yeah, getting DUI.
Because it was late and she had no one else to call. You could have slept in your car.
She could have called you.
She probably thought she couldn't.
Right. I feel like she has friends. She has other friends she could have called.
But not like at 11:30. I mean, I get the predicament. I have had like marital fights
Right.
where they're like, call me. Well, no one's up at 12:30 to handle my drama.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to call. It's almost an empty promise. People shouldn't even promise to be like, call me. You can come over. Unless you know what that drama and it never happens at 9. Okay.
This could happen between, business hours.
It doesn't happen between business hours. Everyone's sane during business hours.
I know.
They can keep the crazy in check. No, it's always late. So apparently only her crazy ex was the one. She's like, no, it's okay. I just slept on the couch. For now.
Okay. Hey, if that gets her one step closer to leaving Viking Man.
No, but Viking Man is better. I don't know.
They both seem equally terrible. I'm not saying she's going to go back to her ex, but
when you play with fire,
maybe one slip up, she'd be like, okay, I'm going to leave Viking Man. And then she'll come to her senses and be like, oh, my ex also still sucks. And now
here's
I'm
the
single.
thing. She's like our friend. Like they can't be alone.
I know. And you know what? With our other friend dating Pilot, I told her, what's the difference if you're dating him or not? He's never here.
Right.
So aren't you alone all the time anyways? And then you don't have to have that in the back of your mind thinking, oh, I got to call him. I got to text him. I got to do this. I got to do that.
She's already halfway there.
She is halfway there.
But not this girl. That's her going back to her ex real quick is like me taking a sip of alcohol.
Ooh, not good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The end. Meanwhile, I'm like, ew, how did I end up on a date with my ex? That cannot be a short.
How about on TikTok? Is he on TikTok?
No. Okay, fine. Just not on Instagram.
Okay.
I wonder if he's on YouTube.
I don't know.
I wish there was a way we
feel
could
like
tell.
he doesn't watch all the things.
But ew.
Ew. Icky.
I didn't know. I was like, I just got bamboozled to going on a date with my ex. Yuck.
You kind of did that to yourself.
I thought it was going to be tacos. Like a pizza parlor.
Doesn't that still count as a date?
No, going out to dinner is all right.
Yeah.
It's the where.
Okay.
What are you going to do? Take me to Eddie V's too? Show me off in public?
I did have a friend that went to Eddie V's this last weekend, and I was like, hey, if you see this guy, tell him I said hi.
That's fucking hilarious. Did she?
She did not, because they were in a private room, so she did not.
God, could you imagine?
I know. So that's a fun game that we like to play.
That is fun.
Okay, anything else fun that you're doing?
No, I don't think so. Let me check.
Reading any good books? I'm not. Oh, this is one random thing. Meghan Markle. I'm back on my Meghan Markle shit. So she posts maybe 4 things on her Instagram since she opened it up a year ago.
Yeah.
And the last thing that she posted was so influencer type editing videography. And she was saying, hey guys, I met this child who went to a Billie Eilish concert and she left her Billie Eilish shirt in the washing machine when her house burnt down on the California fires. So I had to take it upon myself to try to get a replacement from Billie Eilish. I had to contact all my friends. Oh my gosh, where do I start? Who do I contact? Is Adam Levine and Bahati who hooked her up with Billie Eilish. But the way that she recorded this video is so something that you would see on TikTok. And it's so influencery, which is honestly kind of nice. I liked it. I want her to be an influencer. I just want her to give up on whatever other facade she's doing. Be an influencer, do your cooking show, have a cooking line that you sell. Just dive in and do it. So I'm really hoping the rest of the Instagram starts to go that way. She hasn't posted anything since. That's a few days ago.
You're no longer a princess.
No, she's not. And I love it.
You're like the only person in the world that loves her. And I love that you do.
I love her so much. She's gorgeous. You know why I think I love her?
No.
Because her lifestyle and her look and her style remind me of my friend Lindsay. And I feel like Lindsay, if she wanted to be an influencer, she'd be like Meghan Markle. She has a really nice life. She has really nice things like beautiful home, beautiful items, beautiful clothes. So I feel like maybe that's why I love Meghan Markle so much. Just remind me of each other.
Okay.
Style wise.
Sure.
You don't see it?
I agree with the Lindsay part. I don't know. I mean, yes, I agree. They both have wonderful lifestyles that you would love to like keep looking in on. Like, let us in on your life. I do like the thought of her as an influencer. Let that facade go and move past this like princess thing. Do you think they're separating?
No, because I think that would really mess up their image even more. I think they're probably worth more together than separately.
But it appears that they're doing a lot of separate.
Yes, but I think now they have to stay together. They might be living separate lives, but I don't think they can separate.
I don't think they can separate either.
That's just like if Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds decided to separate.
What the fuck with this Blake Lively thing?
Oh my god.
When did she become like public enemy number 1?
I don't know.
Oh,
they picked the wrong person to fuck with.
I love her. I thought people
love
loved
her
her.
too.
I thought people loved her.
Apparently, we're the only people who love Blake Lively.
Oh my god. And you're the only one that loves Meghan Markle.
I know.
We are advocates for the underdogs.
Yeah, I think that Blake Lively, sure, she might be A-list energy. She might not be the nicest person all the time. I don't give a fuck. I love her style. I love her movies. I love the shows that she's in. I love that she's strong and independent and she has an opinion. What's not to like?
Yeah. And way to stand up for yourself and say no to harassment.
Exactly.
Instead, the whole world is harassing her. Talking about re-victimization. Like, that's what it's like. Oh, you want to stand up and report? No, I do not. What? So I can be raked over the coals?
100%.
No.
She is the only person who is still fighting, even though everyone is against her. Everyone is stacking up all this evidence against her. She's like, fuck this. This is what happened. I'm going to stand up for myself. And she is the only one that has the money to do it and the resources to do it
Mhm.
and not back down from a fight. Because anyone else, they don't have the money or the time.
These podcasters that just weigh in on their opinions, they are coming with pitchforks.
I know.
You're like, slow down. You have no inside information. It's just, you're just spinning your wheels, two dumb girls chit-chatting, thinking that you know something the rest of us don't.
Mm-hmm. And I think either way that you look at the text messages being released or the videos being released, I can see how you can see it from Blake's point of view and from Justin's point of view. And he is just piling on everything. So she's not responding. And of course, it's going to skew public opinion to Justin's side. But I think Blake is just sitting there and waiting.
For what?
Well, now there's supposed to be a trial. So when trial comes, I'm sure she has some more evidence and more things to back up her story. And she's going to wait to drop that bomb.
I look forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
I hope she schools him.
100%.
If she doesn't, I'm so bummed.
Because I think he's a fake feminist and I don't believe anything that he's saying.
Yeah, he gives me the heebie-jeebies.
100%.
All right.
Okay. Well, that's the end of that.
It's unfortunate because this is the best part of our week.
Well, luckily we'll be back later in the week for another episode.
Yay.
Yay. So make sure you like, subscribe, follow wherever you get your podcast at Honestly Smartless and also on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and share this video with Dave Portnoy first and foremost. And also, if you could just support the show in the show notes, that'd be awesome. And give us 5 stars wherever you listen to your podcast.
Can you also donate some money?
Yeah. Support the show.
Yeah, by like Venmoing us some money. That would be so dope.
That'd be ideal.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
All right, thanks. Bye.